So last night we finished the field that we were in, so we got 3 fields of barley yesterday, which is good. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 left to go, so pretty good. Everything's tucked up in the shed now overnight, so hope you enjoyed last night's video. So we've been in here adjusting the flaps to control the airflow into both piles of grain, and someone has just driven in and hit the door and knocked it off its hinges and totally destroyed it. And I'm not saying who, but it's a bit annoying. Just in the shed now in the morning. It was obviously full last night. You can see all the moisture on the outside of it. And then there's like dripping on the floor, or it's dripping off the roof because it was really wet. It wasn't the actual barley that was wet. That was probably about 17 or 18%. But the wheat that was mixed in with it was really wet. But we couldn't wait for it. We need to get it in. We need to get it sold. So put it in the dryer. But really, we should have put it on the drying floor and then just use this one for cooling. But we thought we could try and jump the gun and get one batch in this as well. It's not flowing very well round it, and the agitator keeps stopping. So we're going to try and get this empty now and then get some stuff that's been on the drying floor in to sort of condition it. The roof's dripping on it. Just empty the first batch out the dryer. It actually isn't that dry, so it's going to have to go back in, but we've got this problem with the agitator stalling because it's so dense. So we'll put that back on the drying floor, and the stuff on the drying floor we'll then put into here, and we'll just use this for cooling and conditioning. This is the stuff on the drying floor now, as you can see with the shade on that. This is obviously all the moisture's rising out. You can see the shed's wet as well, so hopefully the top won't be dry, but the bottom will be rising up through it now. My dad's just got the spear now and checking to see how dry it is at the bottom. These bales of hay are here because obviously someone hit the door last night, so that's why they're there to stop the air coming out the end of this tunnel. But a couple of hours, this will be dry enough to go into the other dryer, and then we'll cool it in there. Just going with Bill and Joe to a Fram Farmers kind of open day kind of thing. I don't quite know exactly, at the Duke of Westminster's, which is a big estate near us. I think he used to be the richest man in the UK before Dyson and maybe JCB. In fact, no, he probably still is. He owns a lot of land anyway, so where he lives, he has a fake Big Ben, little miniature version. Well, I say miniature version, it's probably like half the size. So I'll see if I can get a video of that, and he also has a big dairy unit as well. So I don't know whether we're going to be seeing that or not, but we'll see what I can see. Whole crop of oats. Oh, bit of a stone.
It's hard to get impartial advice these days, and that's something I think we can really take the next step on. But you know, part of being here today is not only it's great to be here to meet more of our members, but also actually I'm here to listen. So
no, the one at Cyril's was on tracks. This is on wheels, isn't it? Turn around itself and put it back now. I do think that's a reasonable price though for a tri-axle trailer. Yeah. So where can they buy one from?
We're Fieldview Trailers, based over in Lincolnshire, Mark Fraser.
There you go. Come on, count them cows. It's a rotary parlour, so they come on over there, then they get milked, and then when they get round there, they've been finished milking and they walk off, and if they've not, they go round again. Looking at the points there, that's number 46. We'll see how many there are. There you go, that's number 60. That's number 1, so it's 60 points. Queuing up to get milked. Acres of sheds, acres of cows. Not a moo because they're all happy. 2,500 cows. Apparently from that building to the far end down there is 980 metres, but I don't know whether to believe it or not, so I might measure it on Google Earth. This is basically a sand wash plant for the animal bedding. So it all goes in there, gets shoved in, and then it washes it through them augers, and then it vibrates the sand and the water out. There's the water there, and then it goes up there and takes the fibre out, which is like the muck. And they produce 115 tonne of muck a day, and then a load of slurry as well that's pretty potent, and then they pump it through 16 miles of pipes under the ground to all the different arable fields that they've got. And then that's all the sand in windrows drying, and there's all the sheds. And I have measured them, they're 330 metres long, not 980. Turns out Grosvenor have a damaged ferry. Unless my dad's been here. It lifts up on the axle so it spreads to 24 metres. There's the fake Big Ben. It's got some grass as well. So this is pretty much dry now. It's just going to go into the batch dryer now, which we're going to use for cooling and conditioning. So Adam's tipping it in there now. And then it's circulating around on the top there, that just cascades it round and blows hot air through it, or cold air in this case. And then the move on the top, which is that black tube there, and that sucks the bits out of it and puts it in the shaft bay, and then we'll use that for fuel to power it as well if we need hot air. So we'll circulate that round, and it's going on wagons next week. Combine's heading out the shed. James is blending barley into the dryer. Go and cut some more corn. Sam with the header. Wonky mudguard. Love that axle on the back steering. Adam's just tipping a load here on the drying floor. James is going to level it out. We're only putting it shallow so that we can get it dried quicker. Just in a little field now, winter barley. It's not very big. It's about 3 or 4 acres. Sam's going to get a nice video that I can show you now as well. A little bit thin along this headland here where it's a bit wet against the road, shade of the trees. But on the whole, it's not too bad. Apart from that little wet patch there as well. Someone wanted like a bird's eye view of what I can see. Well, basically, that's what I can see. And then obviously you've got all the controls down here as well. Apparently my old combine's been on BBC News today as well. Someone sent me a picture of it. I've not seen it myself yet, but you can see it because it's got the logo on the side for NFU. I might put the same sticker on this one actually, unless someone can think of a better one. In fact, if anyone's got any ideas for suggestions of stickers for the side of the tractor, let me know. Speeding in nicely there, see it just all tumbling in. Head first, so the thrash is better. There's a train there for any train spotters. That's the Liverpool to London. No, that's London to Liverpool. It's just heading to Liverpool now. It used to be the Virgin train, now it's the Avanti West Coast main line. Cutting down a tram line now. So the combine is running basically on the tram line on its second pass. So we've done one pass along the railway and now the second pass I'm driving on the tram line. which is good. Not a lot left. I think by the time we've been round this twice, there'll only be half an acre left in the middle. So all those people that say, oh, these combines are too big for my fields. Well, this I think is only 3 or 4 acres and it's perfectly fine. Must be doing well, this, because it's reading 3.2 tonnes to the acre. And I know for a fact yesterday it's only calibrated for about half that. So it could be doing really well, this field. Anyway, this is what I like about 36 metre tram lines with a 12 metre header. I'm going to get to the end of the field now. I'm going to lift up and then I'm just going to turn left and then I'm going to set into a tram line. And hopefully it should work out in exactly the right place for when I come back up. The GPS still's not calibrated left. It's something that we need to sort of do, but we'll probably do it tomorrow now because I think they've been servicing another combine. So if I turn now, I'm going to hit the hedge. Just have to back up slightly. It's because I'm using one hand. If I now go down that little tram line over there, then that should leave a 12 metre pass to my left to get next time. So I'll turn in here now, head for that. Like I say, I don't need the GPS if I'm doing it like this. I'll put it down now with that little button there, and then off we go. So, gobbling it up there now, nicely. Telling me the grain tank's full. There we go, cruising at like 16.9 acres an hour. We should have a 12 metre gap left there, hopefully. It's emptying out into the trailer now. I can't quite get the whole field in the tank. So I've emptied now and set back in and it's just perfectly sort of 12 metres left, which is good. So another pass there, field finished. I think it's probably took us about 20 minutes to cut this 3 or 4 acres, well, 3.74 acres so far, about 4 acres, took us about 20 minutes. It's all turning round though, I suppose, being a triangle. Just had to stop and educate that cyclist. He was hanging on pretty much to the back of the trailer. Adam couldn't see him in his slipstream, so Adam's basically stopped at the traffic light and had to come and tell the cyclist to keep his distance because he's going to get killed. Here is not a safe place to ride a bike because you can't see the mirrors. I don't know what that guy was thinking. If Adam had just tapped the brake, he was literally 2 foot away. He smashed his face in on that and probably killed himself, whether he had a helmet on or not. Idiot. Back at HQ now, only done a little bit today. I've like totally burnt my face in the sun this morning. Claas are on the way. We're going to go on a grass field and calibrate the GPS ready for tomorrow. We'll get some more barley cut tomorrow. What I've cut yesterday though, we've sold for a £37 premium, which is pretty good because if you imagine, 3 tonnes to the acre times £37, it's paying the rent, isn't it? Pretty much. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. Loads of people watching yesterday's video. If you want to watch another one, it's over there. If you want to subscribe, I think it's over here, but it's probably the wrong way around. Oh yeah, and happy birthday, George, because it's your birthday today, so happy birthday. Don't forget, any ideas for stickers for the side, let me know.